According to Budget, a civil society organization, the National Assembly inserted 11,122 projects into the 2025 federal government budget, totaling 6.93 trillion naira. Among these projects, Streetlights received the largest allocation of 393.29 billion naira for, guess what, 1,477 units. Based on this figure, it is estimated that one street light will cost a staggering 266 million naira. Can you beat that, Dr. Abati? Can you?
Now, people are now complaining about this budget. People are complaining seriously about this budget. Look at what this person wrote. Obayong, he says, "Dear EFCC Nigeria, your attention is greatly needed here. How can President Tinubu's administration budget 393.2 billion naira for a mere 1,477 street lights? That is a whooping 266.25 million naira for just one street light pole. One street light, 266 million naira. That is to tell you the evil that these people are committing against innocent and the citizens of the nation. How much is minimum wage? 70,000 naira. Yeah, anybody who is earning minimum wage cannot even boast up to 1 million naira. And somebody wants to spend 266 million on just one street light. On just one street light. That is to tell you the evil. If you tell them increase the minimum wage of the citizens so that at least they can be able to have that purchasing power to buy whatever they want to buy, to take care of themselves, to feed properly, they will say no. Look at rent. Rent now is over 1 million naira, 2 million naira, 3 million naira to rent a good apartment. And the minimum wage is just barely 800 and maybe 840,000 for a year, not even up to a year's rent. So how does the person pay the rent, feed, and do all the necessary, and even make achievements in his or her life? That is the evil going on in the country. 266.25 million naira for just one street light. Budget padding. Budget padding. Now, this money alone is enough to build a very massive streetlight factory and put a permanent end to the streetlight problem all over Nigeria. Also, another 114.53 billion naira was budgeted for just 538 boreholes. For just 538 boreholes. Now, that is a whooping 211 million naira to sink just one borehole. I tell you more solemnly that the highest amount you can spend in sinking one borehole is 5 million naira currently. And the reason why it is getting to 5 million naira is that the place is difficult. Any place that is difficult to get water, that is where you will now be spending 5 million or 6 million naira at most, highest 6 million naira to drill a borehole. But I tell you that other places where there is water, where the water is not difficult to get, with 1 million naira you have drilled a borehole. With 1 million you have completely, then to set up everything. Let us take for instance to drill a borehole and to do all the setup that comes with it. If it is that of the 6 million, at most 10 million naira is enough for you to execute this project. Sink a borehole and then place tanks and everything and cast the stand. But President Tinubu and his goons, they want to sink a borehole in the moon. And that is why they are requesting for 211 million naira. This is money that you can use to sink and develop a very huge stand with tanks and everything and put solar system. You can use it to develop 221. You can use it to develop 21, and that is what they are charging for just one. That is to tell you the kind of corruption, the kind of budget padding, the kind of things these people do in offices, why people are suffering. Why don't you take this money and put in what is it called? Creating a refinery, building a refinery. Even if it is modular refineries, build modular refineries around so that the price of fuel will reduce and then cost of food services will reduce. They don't want to do it. Why not try to use that money to develop an alternative to electricity problem in the country? They will not do it. They are rather putting these things in money where they can siphon. Just look at these simple things that everybody is aware of. That if they can pad this thing to this level, now think about the road project. Think about the bridge, the flyovers. Think about all these mighty projects and the kind of money that they are taking away from those projects. Evil men on seat claiming to be working for the common man. Evil men on seat. When you tell Nigerians, these are the things that the PM Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood against. Some of them will be, we want to look at Anambra. Some persons were called. Or some of these young social media people were called. And they gave them money. Was it 500,000? They gave them 500,000 each. And they are now going to begin to profess the beauty and the magnificent work of Soludo. The works that they cannot even see. They will go on social media and begin to proclaim the goodness of Satan because they have been given 500,000 each. These are the corruption that is going on in the country. And things must change. If you do not work hard to change these things, you will not understand the depth at which these people has taken us into oblivion. Because you'll be looking at things, young citizens are not even interested in the politics any longer. And so they are not even aware of some of these atrocities that these government people are doing. It is people like us who will go and fish out this information and begin to explain to them the importance of what is happening and what the government is doing against them. When Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out and speak to the people, tell them the truth and expose them to what is happening in the country, these people want to stop them because they don't want anybody to expose their atrocities. They don't want anybody to expose their atrocities. Now you want to ask yourself, why are they against you when you say you are a Biafran? Listen to this man speak.
What is wrong with Nigerians? Nigerians is suffering from the sickness called Igbophobia. We are suffering from an Igbo problem. Are you telling me that Nigeria went into war? We cannot delude ourselves of our own history.
Right.
We fought a civil war and over 3 million people, Nigerians, lost their life. Nigerians lost their life. Intelligent people, inventors, scientists, medical doctors, they lost their life. These are Nigerians.
Right.
Today, if you see a northerner, the alliance you see, he will say Ariwa. We'll clap hands. If you see a Yoruba man, he identifies himself as Oduduwa. We clap our hands. What is an Igbo man identified with?
They have a hardness now.
That is a socio-cultural organization, just as you have a Afenifere and you have a consultative forum.
Right.
I'm talking about the alliance. What a common northerner is known for is Ariwa.
Right.
And they have declared Ariwa Republic severally, hosted flags. Oduduwa Republic have declared Oduduwa Republic, hosted flags. But today, if I call myself a Biafran, it means Nigeria should collapse.
Absolutely.
We must give recognition to that day. Today, Democracy Day was changed from May 29 to June 12. Why? A certain man lost his life. Was he the only person that died? No. We have Igbo men, we have Hausa men, we have Northerner, Fulani that stood for MKO.
Right.
But he became the symbol.
Right.
The Southwesterner declared June 12 public holiday every June 12. They hosted until it was recognized. What is wrong with the Igbos? Why would the Igbos case be different? We must recognize May 30 as a national day because Nigerians, over 3 million, lost their life in that war.
Absolutely.
And to lead reconciliation and to bring Nigeria into togetherness and oneness and unity, we must recognize that.
Now, these are some of the reasons why we will be shouting that Biafra is our only hope. Biafra is our only hope to survival. And we must fight and ensure that we free ourselves from this captivity. We must fight and ensure that we free ourselves from this captivity. We can't continue to live in a society where we are not regarded as anything. We are regarded as nothing. Some of you do not even know that the population of Igbos is the highest population in Nigeria. But you will not know. Do you know how they conducted the census, the last census they conducted? Do you know? All the Igbos that reside in the north, all the Igbos that reside in the west, they were counted as part of the west and part of the north. In census, in the Nigerian census, there is no ethnic group. They will just name you Nigerian. Where are you from? Your state of origin is not part of it. They don't take into cognizance your state of origin, where you come from. All they are interested is in what? You are a Nigerian, and then you stay in Kano. You are from Kano. That is it. Your number is counted among those in Kano. Period. And who are the most traveled? It is Igbos. Igbos are everywhere in Nigeria. So when you see these things, you will not understand what is happening. That is the trick that they have used against all of us and even our politicians, that is making P2B to go and eat with Almajiri people, instead of him to understand that the Biafrans, the Igbos, are highest in number in the country. But they will not know. They don't know this. They don't know this. They don't know this. And the earlier they realize that they are, kings and queens, they should stop all this ass licking. This is what P2B is doing. Ass licking, moving up. Things will be happening in the east where he comes from. He will remain mute as if they shut him up. But any little thing that happens in the north, P2B will condemn. Any little thing that happens, P2B will come out and speak. Any little thing that happens in the west, P2B will speak. Up till this moment, P2B is still moving with that dumb mentality. But if something happens to his people in the southeast, all the cries of the people, P2B will never come out to say, this thing is wrong. At least lend his voice. He will not do it. That is because a man who does not know himself. Man, know thyself. Man, know. You don't know yourself. That is why you are begging northerners for vote and for support. Whereas you are the highest in number. If you can exercise your power. This is why we say it is best that we come back home, develop ourselves, and get our freedom, such that we can develop at the pace that we are interested in. Not we want to develop. Some persons are dragging us back. You want to move ahead. The northerners are saying, no, we are not interested in this. They drag you back. Why? Because they have so organized things that gives them upper hand in everything, in decision making in the country. You can't do something without them being in support. If they are not in support, then you can't win. What then are you looking for when you know that every arsenal is skewed against you? What are you still doing? Why don't you stand up, support the people who want to liberate you from these shackles of wickedness and subjugation? What are the billionaires in Biafra doing? Look at what Ato Izenubu. He will come and be answering big name. Ato Izenubu, Ozibondu. You cannot even speak for your people. You cannot even try to go underground and support your people. Give them all they need to be able to defend the land. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. It is a very big shame. A very mighty shame. Well, we will continue to speak when they decide to open their eyes to see that they need to support their own freedom, then we will move ahead. Thank you for listening. It is Biafra First.